Hello, good evening. So happy to be here. I want to give you all some personal gist today. Mhm. I know you all love gist. Yes. Okay, so if you're joining me on Facebook or Instagram, I want to see you. Say hello. Let me know. Let me know that you're here. Hi. You're my Instagram fam. Of course, they are here. So, Mr. Peter, thank you so much for joining me. Edge, Egare Baga. I am sorry if I murdered your name, but thank you for joining me. Thank you, Checks, for joining me. Um, who is here again? Please, if you're here, let me know. Just say hello, just something. So I know that you're here before I give you this gist. I need to actually give you this gist. And I want you to, listen and see how you can, you know, make use of it. When we gist, our gist are not low hanging fruit kind of gist. They're gist that can actually benefit you. Hello, fabulous Freke. So good to see you, my darling. Okay, so today I want to share with you um, some things that actually helped me build, improve my concentration. For you all's information, I am a full-blown sanguine. My temperament is one of the first things I knew about myself when I became a teenager. That's what I discovered. I discovered I was full-blown, like my sanguine is like 70%. And one of the major problems of sanguines are, who knows? Who is a sanguine here? Who is feeling me? You are a sanguine and you know what our problem is, or our problem used to be. So I am a spirit controlled, evolved sanguine. I'm not the way I used to be. AKA, that's what I'm trying to say. So today I want to share with you, a few things that I had to go through, I had to follow, a few habits I had to build. I just want to be vulnerable today. Mm-hmm. So that you will not feel like, oh, all these coaches, they make it sound like it's easy. It's not easy. Please be not deceived. It is not easy for anybody, including us, the coaches. Hey, I see you all on Instagram. Fire, fire, fire. This is the time for you to please invite somebody. Tell them that that girl's coach is here. Oh, she's here. Please invite them. Follow. Please send a message. Rather subscribe. Um, Follow, share, all those things. Please, you need to do it now. Somebody says sanguine, they like talking. Sanguine, distraction, only us. Sanguine, everywhere. We are always everywhere. And this is me. God has anointed, giving the grace, giving an assignment, giving a task. How be it? Such a struggle, such a hassle to focus on what these things are. This one that you say God say you should do, can you please just stay and do it? Remember, my unevolved, unrefined sanguine will keep pulling me back, pulling me down. It's not the devil. It's that gap that came with not building skills. Sorry, please let me charge my laptop. With not building okay, I think it's fully charged. It's 4%. Okay, sorry about that. It's that gap that came with not building these skills. We're not intentionally growing myself. Now, we were having a meeting one day with my team, and we talked about something, and she said, and a member of my team now said, but this person is now doing well. You know how people make an error growing up, and then they become adults, and then it just looks like, oh, everything is now okay, they are now all right. And I said that is one of the greatest misconceptions of all times. I said, look at me. Now, this may be vulnerable. I have always been a spiritual person. I've been born again since I was 15. In the next few days, I will be 29 years in the Lord. Very spiritual young girl. Didn't sleep around. I got married in park, spiritual-ish. But there was a gap in my life, a personal development gap. I used to love reading. All of a sudden, I stopped. If it's not Bible, I'm not reading. If it's not school book, I'm not reading. So what happened? My mind was not able to develop like it should. The only thing that saved me was that I used to love to go to conferences. So in a way, that made up. But you can never use conferences and trainings to replace the knowledge that you get from books. Forget it. All this, I don't like reading. Can they just read and come and tell me? It's not the same thing. Please, let's not even deceive ourselves. And so I told the member of my team that was speaking, I said, but if you look at me now, will you not say, oh, Auntie Tima, she's doing so well? Please, is there anybody that does not believe I'm doing well? Because to the glory of God, help me glorify the God of my life. Can you please help me celebrate Jesus in my life? I'm doing well. I said, but am I doing as well as I should have? No. Well, no. So it's not like I'm ungrateful. I'm just saying that if I had dealt with myself and covered up those gaps, yes, God has collapsed the years now, as it were. God is helping me to gain ground. But I could have done better earlier. That's what I'm trying to say. So those gaps that we see, and we just be like, after nobody is perfect. I laugh. Soon you realize that it was necessary for you to be perfect and to perfect your ways. You cannot cheat life, neither can you cheat life's principles. You can't. Hard work, discipline, resilience, focus, they are all requirements, they are all ingredients of a successful life. You see this, that's how I am, all kind of thing. You will just grow, okay? You get a good job, you get married, you have children, you'll be serving God. You think that that's all. When they look at you, they say, oh, she's doing well. Are you really doing as well as you should? Do you know the assignment, the reach that God has marked out for me? And here I am sitting down because I'm reaching a few thousands. Somebody says, oh, I'm doing well, just relax. It's not that deep. It's very deep. It is very deep. In those days, my coaches will be telling me things like the need for consistency, the need for focus, the need for staying power. And I'll just be like, we that were sanguines, we used to start, we don't used to finish. We that were sanguines, our own is just to bring up the ideas and then bring the energy. Abi, that's what I used to say. Somewhere at the back of my mind, subconsciously, I'm like, we get tired of tasks easily. We do not like routines. Please, do I have sanguines in the house? Is a sanguine that is understanding what I'm saying? We jump from one place to another, jump from one task to another, jump from one process to another. Before we see the result here, boom, we jump up, we go out. And we're saying that, oh, that's how we are now. It's just our nature. Some of us will say that about our daughters. I hope I have girl parents here, please. Sometimes we say that about our daughters. Oh, that's how girls are now. Girls, they get bored easily. True. Oh, girls, they get tired easily. Oh, girls, they don't like tough things. Oh, girls, we're always saying those kind of things. Yeah. They are still not tenable reasons. They are still not tenable enough. The reasons are still not firm. They are still not acceptable. They are still not transformative. Your excuses, your blames, your whatever it is, it's still insufficient to create a lasting change. Let me say something. I have finally come to the point where I've told myself that, you know what? Whatever it will cost me, I am going to hold myself accountable. So I am moving from accountability to personal accountability. Yes. I'm going to I'm going to I'm going to think in it. I'm going to I'm going to wallow in it. I don't want to use the word die in it, but you know what I mean. I'm going to go all out, whatever is going to take me. I'm going to fight my weaknesses to stand still until we get to that point where you're going to tell yourself that you know what, this is a do or die affair or a do or do affair. We're not going to accomplish much. We'll just be calling upon the name of the Lord. It will be as if you're calling in vain. You are not calling in vain. The problem is that the principles that is required for success, you are not applying them. And one of them is focus, concentration. Most of us here are women. Psychologists and researchers have proven that women get more distracted than men. And it started from childhood. No. So it's not now that you became, it started from since you were younger. We always get distracted with everything. Last week I mentioned the things that, hello, Auntie Ruth, thank you so much. We mentioned some of the things, don't know, that was 2 days ago, I think, on Tuesday, yes. We mentioned the kind of things that easily distract us. Those things you mentioned, it is happening to your daughter as well. But the thing is, if we don't help ourselves, how do we help our girls? So I want to share with us a few things that I have used to help me improve my focus. You know what I noticed? Immediately my focus increased and improved. I became more productive and resourceful. So when you see yourself not having anything really to show, when you say something like, this is my life, I don't even know what I've accomplished, I don't have anything to show, go and check your focus level. Use focus meter. Check it. How well have you focused on what it is that you're supposed to be doing? Many times we are not focusing. And then we're not trying to drag God, to blackmail him. I've been serving you since I was a child. I've not seen anything. I used to have those sayings sometime back. After serving you since from primary school, I did not go to club, I did not sleep around, yet I cannot see anything to show in my life. Is it God that is going to come and lead my life for me? Is it God that is going to come and switch off distractions and switch on focus mode? Is it God that is going to come and do to-do list and finish up list? Because there's finish up list. Most times we write to-do list. What of finish up list? What of stay on it list? You have to find all the tools that will help you. God is not going to do it for you. So here are a few things that I did to improve my focus, my concentration. I checked for what I'll call cognitive reasons why I was getting distracted. I noticed that I used to be very forgetful. I don't know if my prayer partner is here. Aunt Folake. Aunt Folake is my roommate when we go to camps. I used to ask her for everything. I'm looking for my socks, my sweater, my water, my Bible, my pen. Small room, oh, small tiny room. I was such a forgetful, and yeah, sanguines are very forgetful. Do I have another sanguine in the house? Okay, so I'll ask her, ask her. One day she said, you will soon ask me for your destiny. You will ask me for your destiny. What is it? This was like 2 3 years ago. Oh, this thing. eh I sat down, I called myself for a meeting. I said, but what kind of trouble is this now? On a more serious note, why is it that I am so forgetful? By the way, if you have not heard of our Ignite Teens boot camp, you better listen now. Ignite Teens boot camp is holding its sixth year series of camps. We've had more than 6 camps, but this is the 6th year we're running camp. We started to run camp since 2018. Aside COVID year, we have run camp every year to the glory of God. This year we're coming to you, Lagos again, Port Harcourt again, and of course, our base in Abuja. We're coming to you hot, strong, powerful, ages 10 and above, girls and boys. Start booking your slot, pay weekly, you'll be done. By the 1st of August, you start to pay a 50% increase because we would have booked everything that we need to book for those that are booked. So if you come, then we have to charge you more. Ignite is not a profit making program. However, we have to pay our bills. So you're just paying for it. It's not profit making. We don't have money stacked up somewhere to pay the bill. So we have to take responsibility for that. Please take advantage immediately. So after camp, I started back to my story. I started to say, look, you need to do something about it. You can't keep being so forgetful. What's the problem? And I asked her because she's a psychologist, and she said to me, the thing is that you're not being mindful. You're not putting your mind where you kept those things. You just drop it mindlessly. Just drop it and just forget about it. And so I told myself, you are going to remember where you keep things. It's looking like, oh, how does that affect anything? That's how it starts. Little things determine big things. How you do one thing, of course, is how you do everything. If you're forgetful with your personal belongings, you'll be forgetful with your appointments, you'll be forgetful with your promises, you'll be forgetful with everything. Just not knowing where my stockings, my pen, my sweater, just not knowing where it is the same way I will not know where I kept a file, where I kept a document, where I kept a book. That's the same. It's the same way I'll be looking for things. And so I realized that one of the reasons why I was forgetting so much is that my mind was overreactive, constantly thinking of multiple things at the same time. Yes, they are important, but lumping it all in my mind at the same time was what was pulling away my ability to remember. When thoughts and issues intrude my mind, demanding my attention at the same time, I get my book and pen. I have like 3 books. Look at me now. This is the new me. See this one? All of them active. Oh. This is this is the new me. This how I move. I move with daughter. This one is standing like this in front of me. Yeah. This one is open. It's the smallest of all, so it can enter even my purse. This one is open here. This one is also open here, standing, lying down on the left. So I have one to the left, to the center, and to the right. If you're not ready to help yourself, you will remain the same way. The only thing you have is more explanation or longer explanation. So I decided that I was going to intentionally remember things. Yes, I forgot another one. See one. That one is the one that I move around with the most. So to sit down and say, I have the mind of Christ. I have the mind of Christ. My mind is good. Very, very good. But after that, remember that you are human. You have a weakness and you need help. And that is why God has created different careers and different jobs and different callings so that we can get help to live. We can get help in time of need. To-do list and finish up list. Yes, ma'am. I was chief of to-do list. You want to talk about to-do list? Call on me. My to-do list can be 30. How many did I finish? So I decided to start doing to finish list. Like on this paper, all I have is to finish. Everything here I have started. I must finish them. So there's to-do list. This is not my to-do list for the day. Oh. I have my to-do list for the day, but this is my to finish list. Okay, so to be mindful, yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. I see that we're following. Let me go to the second thing I did. I noticed that again, as a sanguine, we can have mood. We can be very happy this minute, and then the next minute somebody says something to us and we start feeling down. and then immediately we start feeling down, we can't focus again. I don't know how many of you have your heart beating fast. If somebody is upset with me, how can I focus? If I'm not happy with my husband, my heart will be skipping. If some teenagers have annoyed me and I cannot wait to give it to them, woto woto, then is it anxiety? Ah, welcome to my world. So psychological factors like that were was or always hinders me. Psychological factors. When I'm feeling down, I shut down. Why? Why are you shutting down when you're feeling down? Why don't you deal with what is making you feel down? So I learned it by myself. I carry myself for session. I'm a counselor. I go for sessions. I still went for a session with my therapist like 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago because I noticed that in the whole of May I was so overburdened. I don't even know what the problem was, but because I've learned, I just called her, please, ma, I need session. Booked, picked a day. I went there, carried myself there. Before I would stay in that mood. Everything is just down. I don't know what is doing me. Meanwhile, people are moving on. Oh. I'm stuck with my psychological problems. The other day, it was my daughter who was not feeling good with herself. She called her mentor, her therapist, to everybody else. I can't shout. Can I come and see you? Took herself and went there. This is how our daughters should be. I'm writing a resource for everyone that is going to be at the Lead Yourself to Focus class. If you are not going to be there, sorry, you go and pay for it. You go and pay for it. That resource is 30 days to helping your daughter build laser focus. I was looking at the resource today and I was like, what a beautiful resource. It's going on Amazon straight, $10, $10 or $15, no reduction. But I'm going to give it free to everyone who is coming for that class. And in that plan, one of the things that you can do for your daughter is help her name and pinpoint her regulation, her emotions. You see this thing that our daughters do, what's wrong with you? I don't know. You cannot not know. You should know. Because when you do not know what is wrong with you, you cannot get help. So in those days, when you come and meet me, how are you? I say, I don't know, I'm just feeling down. I'm just feeling down. Why are you just feeling down? Like, I don't understand. Why are you just feeling down without, as in, nameless and faceless emotion? What is it with the nameless and faceless emotion? Okay, ma'am, the class is on the 13th and 14th of July. 13th and 14th of July. So I had to pay attention to my mind, psychological factors. What is making me afraid? I say it. I'm not so vulnerable. If I'm feeling envy, I've grown past that one. Those days when I used to deal with not envy, when I just self-pity, that's the word. Sometimes I just feel like, hey, I'm dying, with all the things I'm doing, I'm not even seeing any result. You know how it is starting off newly. 6 years ago, I had to deal with a lot because I didn't have anybody I could look up to in this industry. So when I see people doing stuff, in other industries that are similar, I'll just be like, hey, self-pity. It will now weigh me down. No, the one that's in front of me, I cannot do. This was what drove me to having an accountability partner and a coach. My coach is not directly doing teen mentoring, but she's the proper destiny director. She'll say, do this way to go. Yes, this, no, yes. That way, I was able to onboard you instead of feeling self pity. Like now, if I see somebody doing something really good and great, I check them and I'm like, oh, wow, awesome. That was a good idea. That means there's a better way to do this thing. And then I look at my process and I make sure that I'm constantly improving. You have to deal with it. Oh. So people will never agree now that Self-pity is their problem. Oh. You see, right? Some people will never agree. Some people will never agree that jealousy, anger, anxiety, fear is part of their problem. There was a day, a year, 2 years ago, when we were going to go to Lagos camp. About a week or two to the camp, I started to fear. I couldn't do anything. I'll come to work. I can't write. I can't think. I can't. I just called my coach, my therapist. I called her. You know what she told me? She says, so last year on camp, God gave you a word of knowledge that He was going to send you around the world. So you want to go around the world and you cannot go to Lagos. Hey! Straight bullet. Immediately, I just, all the emotions I was feeling just arranged themselves. But if you see me out there, woo, she's going to Lagos, she's going to Abuja, you don't know what I was dealing with. See, if you are not sincere to deal with your psychological problems, you cannot focus. Terms and conditions, ma'am, on the screen. This is the number to call. Please help me put it down. Mrs. Funke, please help me check that. 0809-880-0339. Aunt Funke, okay, that's Aunt Funke. Please, ma, just drop a message, you'll see the details, but you can just do a screenshot. So let's stop deceiving ourselves. And that's why I'm always wondering how people cope without therapists, counselors. Like you're just moving like that. You hand over all your problems to the Holy Spirit. Very good. He's able, capable. But He's going to put answers for you in the mouth of counselors. People that can help you unburden and unclog your mind. Okay, let me run. Let me run to medical reasons, like health reasons. You know, a time comes in a woman's life where we start having hormonal issues. I didn't know. Let me not even. I told people that today is vulnerable class. I was on some kind of normal medication, and I didn't know it was even further distorting my hormones. And there were certain times that I would just sleep. It was looking like I could not even put myself together. How about low blood pressure? How about all those kind of things? Sometimes you're feeling like, no, I've done everything this I should do. Have you checked the medical part of it? Honestly, I didn't believe, because I'm such a happy go girl. Always excited to the glory of Jesus. I can be sad this minute, I'm very excited the next minute. So I didn't believe that anything like hormone would come and trouble me. Until I started to take notes that, okay, this hormonal thing, look at this time. This is what happens. I started to journal it. I started to take notes. Then, I now found it. Boom. Madam Funke, please check the comment. The team has just posted a link. Just click it and you get the terms and conditions, ma. Thank you so much. So, in case you're here saying, I drink communion every day. I drink communion every day. This one at the team is talking cannot be my portion. Especially if you're a woman. Please, just know that hormones can help you lose concentration at some times in your life. How about other conditions like diabetes and the rest? I didn't have those ones. I don't have, to the glory of God. Some people have diabetes, some people have hypertension, some people have all sorts of things. Check it. How about low blood pressure? How about these frequent headaches? Fainting spells? We're just saying those things. I'm just like, I cover myself with the blood. I cover myself with the blood of Jesus. And we just take off. Just like that. It's never going to go. Teach your girls also to take note of these things so that they can understand that this is happening to me at this time. And this is what I noticed. So that they can start paying attention to their health. Health is key. Let me go to the next one. Environmental factors like poor working conditions, intense pressure at work. God, I was chief of burnout. Who understands me? Constantly burning out, constantly stressed, constantly overwhelmed. I do not have closing time. The work I do, I'm a counselor. So by the time I'm closing from work in Nigeria, it is, what's the time now? It's almost 6 o'clock. By the time I'm getting home, my girls in the yonder, America, Canada, Australia, Middle East, it's the perfect time to talk with them and have sessions with them. So I don't close. Of course, I was burning out. How can I remember things? How can I remember that I have a deadline? When one girl is dragging me here, another parent is no boundary, nothing, everything, boom. Then the stress from even the weather, this Abuja weather. My husband will say, sweetheart, you have AC, switch on the AC. I'll say, oh, I don't want the inverter to drain. I don't want, what's the problem? Hey, 2 3 years ago, honestly, that was why I was not producing well. Myself together. Too many things working against me. It was looking as if, oh no, I can weather it. I'm rugged. I'm working with so much noise around. Oh, you see, when your girl is telling you that, mommy, I cannot concentrate with the way the house is, and you're not shouting on her, what rubbish? Yeah, come on, get away from here. You better check it. If the house, the home environment is not comfortable, she cannot focus. She's not like us. And even you're not like that, but you don't know. So you feel like, duh, I can cope. Negativity, mentoring. There was a time that, the bad news I get during this, on the job, I'll allow it to get into me. What is the problem? After some time, nobody told me. I started drawing boundaries. I started drawing. A teenager will commit suicide to be as if is me. Why? As in, I was allowing epic things seep into me. What was happening in my environment, I was getting it inside. I couldn't do much because I was grappling with a lot. Finally, very closely tied to what I just mentioned, lifestyle, dehydration, fatigue. I'll just eat without calculating what I'm eating. This kind, not much, I don't eat much. I've always been a light eater. But where you're not taking note of balanced meals, protein, carbohydrate, vitamins, etc. The older you grow, the more you must get in multivite into your lifestyle. Oily foods and stuff like that, I hear that they can affect our concentration levels. Our They can challenge our memory. What we eat, what we drink. These things are deep. So before we come and just start saying, oh, that's how I am, check it. You are enabling these things. It's not really how you are. It's the things that you have not taken note of that are overwhelming you. The things that you have not dealt with that are dealing with you. And if we don't deal with these things, we cannot help our daughters deal with them. Honestly speaking, that's the truth. And so tomorrow I'm inviting you all. It's a free class for the next 3 weeks. Help Your Daughter series. Mommies, come, let us hear together. Tomorrow we are bringing a psychiatric doctor, not a teacher. Doctor. He went to school for 5 years to go and read medicine and come and help us, tell us how this whole concentration issues and distraction issues can affect our mental health. so that people will not sit down here and then by tomorrow we don't understand what is going on with your daughter. Because if you don't deal with yourself, how do you help your girls? So please, I want you to look at my timeline. You will see that I've posted the link. It's completely free. I'm not charging anyone. Okay, we're going to um, honor our speakers by ourselves. But please know that this class is highly, highly important for everyone who wants to grow, who wants to be a success, who wants to become. You cannot fight distractions, you cannot become. How, where will you pass? By the way, while all that is going on, I want you to please register your girls for their focus class. If we missed it, our girls will not miss it. Please, somebody write in the comments. If we missed it, our girls will not miss it. Everything that we need to do to get our girls to do better than us, we commit to it. Is there anybody committing? Yes, please commit to it. Our daughters will be on the straight and narrow, as they should be. They won't be everywhere, doing whatever they like. Why? We know better. And so we are going to guide them rightly. If we miss it, our daughters will not. We say things like, during my time, who did this? Nothing happened to me now, I'm okay. My daughter will be okay. No, 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 no. We're not going to say that. We're not going to say that. We're going to do what we need to do. It's called the essential. All things are permissible, but not all things are beneficial. So we're going to do what is beneficial to our daughters. We owe them that. And this is the one thing that if you achieve, I tell you the truth, your daughters will be most grateful to you for. They will come back to you in several years time, and they'll tell you, Mommy, thank you. Thank you for giving me this skill of focus. Focus is a skill. You master it. I've been studying it for the past few months. I can't even study all of it because the more I study, the more I get to know that there is more to study. So how can we just take it with kids globe? This kind will be all right. And Tetima is not that deep. Nobody, I didn't attend class and I'm okay. My daughter will be okay. No, now. No, now. Thank you. Mrs. Madu says, I'm committed to it and I have registered my daughter. That's action. Action. We're not just here to talk. We are here to act. We are here to do. Okay, so I hope you learned something from my story today. And I hope that you are going to go. And if you see yourself in any of the places I'm coming from, I hope you also have gotten a clear path and option, solution of what you can also do to help yourself. I'm rooting for you, seriously. But I'm rooting for my girls more. Please don't forget to register them, tell their friends, tell their family members, cousins, everybody, just girls. Let's come and build focus as a skill. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me and for staying on. This has been the longest of all my evening classes. Is it because I was giving gist? I think so. Because I was giving gist about myself. Thank you. Delphine says, I have learned how to stay focused and take note of my lifestyle. Good. Your lifestyle. Your lifestyle. How to remember things and your lifestyle. Awesome. I'm so glad I could help this evening. God bless you and see you tomorrow as I come again live by God's grace to share with you something else that you can do to help you on your journey to becoming. God bless you and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.